In 1997, James Cameron's Titanic set sail not just on screen, but straight into movie history. It shattered box office records, won 11 Oscars, and made us all fall in love with Jack and Rose. But behind the elegance, the drama, and the tragedy lies a trove of stories even more unbelievable than what you saw in the film. Today, we dive deep, literally, into the secrets, dangers, and wild decisions that made Titanic a cinematic legend. Number 1. James Cameron made the film to fund his obsession with deep-sea exploration. Believe it or not, the epic love story of Jack and Rose started with a lie, or at least a hidden agenda. James Cameron didn't pitch Titanic to make a romance. He pitched it because he wanted to dive to the actual shipwreck. In his words, Romeo and Juliet on the Titanic. It was just bait for the studio. And they bought it. Cameron got the green light to explore the ocean floor and used that footage in the film itself. So when you see the Titanic lying on the ocean bed, remember, that's the real ship, and those are Cameron's real dreams coming true. Number 2. The cast and crew suffered in ice-cold water for realism. To make the sinking feel real, Cameron didn't rely on green screens or comfy warm pools. Nope. He put his cast in freezing cold water tanks in Mexico. Kate Winslet caught hypothermia. Extras got sick, and she even cracked a bone. Cameron's crew worked 20-hour days in brutal conditions. One crew member later joked, "We were filming a movie about people freezing, and actually freezing ourselves. No wonder you can feel the desperation on screen, because it was real." Number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio nearly lost the role to Matthew McConaughey. Imagine Jack Dawson with a southern drawl. That was almost reality. Matthew McConaughey was the studio's top pick, but Cameron wanted someone with softness and emotional vulnerability. Enter Leonardo DiCaprio. There was a standoff. DiCaprio refused to read lines during his audition. Cameron told him, "You don't read, you don't get the part." Leo read, and the world got the Jack we all cried for. Number 4. A near-exact replica of Titanic was built. Just for the movie. Titanic wasn't shot on a tiny set. It was filmed on a near full-scale replica of the ship built in Mexico. A massive water tank held 17 million gallons. The ship tilted, flooded, and even broke in half. From the carpet patterns to the wallpaper, every detail was historically accurate. It wasn't just a set, it was a resurrection. That's why the film feels so authentic. Because it was. Number 5. The dinner scene could only be shot once. That glamorous dinner scene with Jack in first class? They only had one shot, literally. The table was set with real 1912-era silver, crystal, and china. Break anything, and it's gone forever. Everyone rehearsed endlessly. Then, they rolled camera. One take. Perfect. It made the final cut. Number 6. Kate Winslet broke the ice, literally, to calm the nerves before their first intimate scene. The famous sketch, Kate Winslet decided to break the ice. How? By flashing Leonardo DiCaprio off camera. Yep, she just went for it. She later said, "I didn't want it to be awkward." It worked. The chemistry you saw on screen? That came from a real bond. Number 7. Someone spiked the set's seafood chowder with PCP. In one of Hollywood's most bizarre moments, over 60 cast and crew were drugged during filming. Someone spiked the chowder with PCP. Yes, the hallucinogen. People got dizzy, paranoid, even violent. James Cameron was stabbed with a pen. Production shut down for a day. No one was ever caught. Titanic nearly sank before it even hit theaters. Number 8. The elderly Rose was a real Titanic enthusiast. Gloria Stewart, who played the older Rose, was one of the few people on set alive when Titanic actually sailed. Born in 1910, she was fascinated by the ship long before she played its most iconic survivor. She became the oldest Oscar nominee ever for a competitive award at age 87. That tear in your eye when she says, "It's been 84 years? That's real. Number 9. James Cameron used real footage to guide every detail. Cameron didn't rely on guesswork. He dove to the Titanic multiple times, filming the real wreckage. He analyzed how it broke, what color the rust was, where items landed. Some transitions in the film even use the real underwater shots. His obsession with accuracy made Titanic feel like a documentary wrapped in a love story. Number 10. Titanic nearly bankrupted the studio until it didn't. With a record-breaking $200 million budget, Titanic terrified executives. Fox had to partner with Paramount just to pay for it. When early test screenings underwhelmed, insiders whispered it might flop. But then, it became the highest-grossing film ever. 11 Oscars. A cultural tidal wave. Titanic didn't just avoid sinking, it sailed into legend. So, the next time you watch Titanic, remember, every tear, every gasp, every heartbeat came from more than just a script. It came from months of pain, passion, obsession, and a bit of madness. That's what made it timeless. And if you loved these facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us, what's your favorite Titanic moment? Until next time, keep your heart open and never let go.